think about how inaccessible thoughts and feelings can be, how deep inside we go when we don't know where to go.
I feel this constant knot in my stomach that never goes away, but sometimes dwindles in intensity and sometimes intensifies. It's always there, but it's, sometimes a lot more ignorable, a lot more dulled. I like to figure things out myself. I don't like to rely on other people or other things. And so I didn't want to go on medication for it until when school became in person. During my second half of my sophomore year, I started to get panic attacks during exams. And obviously that was really impacting my school performance. If I'm in a class and I start to feel a bit anxious, then I'll start to draw. And if I draw, then I'm not really paying attention to what the teacher's saying. Or if I'm writing something in my book, I'll write my schedule out and I'm just not paying attention to what's going on in class because I'm trying to manage this other aspect of myself. Together, we share a kind of access intimacy that is ground level, with no need for explanations.
Thank you so much for being willing to talk with us and
of course
be vulnerable. And me and Angel are also trying to sort of be vulnerable as well. So throughout this interview, if you feel the need to ask us questions, we're willing to sort of meet you there in the space of the interview.
So, Robin and Angel, what gave you guys the idea to pursue? What made you want to pursue this topic? The perceived differences and the differences in treatment of physical and mental illnesses. Why was that something you guys felt strongly about or wanted to investigate?
The big question that has come out of the class this semester is how does access apply to me? Asking myself. And I think with me, I thought of my history with anxiety and ADHD, and with Robin, he talked about his relationship with OCD, and it just the whole thought process of invisible disability came out of us sharing with each other, and how we felt comfortable talking to each other. Before this, me and Robin hadn't even talked much, but we kind of saw that there was some sort of relationship, strong relationship that came out of two people talking to each other who have similar experiences.
Yeah.
And we felt that that was really interesting and something to explore.
Part of access for me is a sort of safety and comfort in the disclosure of my internal state and being able to be honest with those around me if I am struggling and navigating some symptom of my mental illness. And so for me, I think having access intimacy, which I can't have all the time, is important in terms of feeling able to be fully present and safe in life if I'm struggling.
instantly we can hold the weight, emotion, logistics, isolation, trauma, fear, anxiety, and pain of access.
Yeah, are there any sort of times that you've sort of asked for access needs from an institution, from like friends, family, teachers?
There's been 2 occasions where I've had panic attacks during a midterm or a final exam. Both times the professors have been very accommodating. Yeah, I guess it's very obvious by my hands, but like I was feeling a little bit, not stressed, but you know, it's always not the best to remember times that you've had a panic attack. And so I always just lead off with like, I have anxiety, I have medication, and I'm having a panic attack. I was really thinking, and I was really trying to give you guys an honest portrayal of my anxiety to the audience. I don't have to justify, and we are able to start from a place of steel vulnerability. I have a question for you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take out the camcorder, and I'm gonna press the record button. All right.
Okay.
So, Robin, do you have any disabilities? Would you consider yourself someone with a disability, someone with a mental illness?
Yeah, thanks for asking me that question. I think over time I've come to sort of identify with the term disability around kind of my own experience of mental illness and having a diagnosis of an anxiety disorder, specifically OCD and panic disorder, which sort of ebbs and flows. I think of it sort of as a chronic illness that shifts over time. There are times when it does like really get in the way of my life and sort of impair my ability to sort of show up or show up to life in the fullest way that I want. But then there are times where, you know, it's not really active, it's sort of dormant. I've sort of come to appreciate that term and also sort of find solidarity with other folks who experience the world navigating their own mental illnesses or physical impairments or, you know, chronic illnesses.
When you're experiencing it and you're suffering from your mental illness, having someone ask what do you need is like, I don't even know what I need because I'm too busy trying to figure out what's happening to me right now. I look very comfortable in this clip. I think at this point, I had already asked you guys questions, some questions, and I already answered a lot, so I was feeling pretty calm. Although my anxiety might be unseen for some people, or like most people, my friends who know me really well can tell when I'm anxious. In my tone of voice, like how dissociated I am in a conversation, how much I fidget, like there's different things that you can do to tell that you really only pick up when you know someone. And so that's something that you can't really standardize and package and ship to everybody who has anxiety, but it is a way for your unseen illnesses to be seen and therefore may be met in some way.
Access is almost always a confrontation with a structure that is closed in some way but might be opened.
Camera, Angel Isaac, Robin Robley Strauss, Kenny Hilario.
Featuring Kenny Hilario, audio, Jordan Lord, audio from After Access, Mia Mingus, quotes from Access Intimacy, The Missing Link.
Thank You, Pooja Rangan, Jordan Lord, Kenny Hilario, Francis Burden, Josh Baum, Disability Media Cohort. Music by Cassie Hairsteg.
Written and directed by Angel Isaac and Robin Robley Strauss.
Copyright 2023.